Some good news, Zach Plesac, the scheduled starter, rehab type of assignment is he's only going to get 60 pitches. Also, Chris Antonetti addressed the media and talked about Aaron Civale and Shane Bieber and where they stand right now as far as coming back and getting things going.
Aaron is started to play some light catch, and he'll continue to do that and see how he feels. He did get cleared by Tom Graham last homestand to initiate some throwing, so he's been doing that. Biebs will get rechecked this weekend to determine if he's ready to begin throwing activities. We'll have a better sense once they actually ramp up their intensity of their throwing, but it's safe to say we're still weeks away.
And let's bring Kevan Arnold back in. And Kevin, it is a rough time for the Indians. Eddie Rosario on the injured list. The hitting's not there. The pitching is patchwork. It's what you expect with the team that's about to lose their 9th in a row.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dave, every time we seem to talk with one another, there's another injury on the board, and this pitching staff just can't seem to get things right. I think that's the biggest issue with this team right now, and part of this possible 9-game losing skid and going all the way back to 500 record if they can't come back in the top of the 7th against the Rays in that doubleheader today. Because you got 5 guys that are averaging between 4 of the 5 averaging, giving up 7 to 9 runs a game. Well, Cal Quantrill being the best of the bunch, giving up only 4 a game. When you go from Bieber, Civale, and Plesac, only 3 to 4 runs a game in their ERA, you need somebody, and you got to hope that Plesac does come back healthy, and you see the good Plesac that we saw earlier this season to right the ship at the front of that rotation, especially here going into the All-Star break. And sounds like he'll start as long as everything comes through okay tomorrow. He'll start coming out of the All-Star break as well. You need somebody to right the ship and set the tone at the top of this rotation.
Yeah, and the All-Star break can't get here, quickly enough, unfortunately, for the Indians. They need to kind of reset everything. So with Plesac, they're talking about having him 60 pitch count. He'd go out and start and get another rehab start in Columbus, then start the 3rd game back. It's something to build around because that's a guy that has given you some valuable innings at the big league level.
He has given you many valuable innings at the big league level, and like I mentioned, someone to set the tone. We've seen it with this pitching rotation, why the Indians have been so good in the past. It just seems like when one guy does well, the rest of the guys kind of fall in line. Even though you have talented pitchers in their rotation most years, it just seems like everybody kind of falls in line, and it's the culture that this Indians organization, culture being the big word today, the Indians organization has set that culture already. If one guy can set the tone, maybe that kind of gets the young talent prospects that we have up here filling the gap for these injuries, get their ball rolling a little bit as well, and they can really show you why they were highly touted prospects and why the Indians have brought them up so quickly and trusted them in this spot with so many injuries.